Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to I know I'm not invited, but what the heck? I just kind of go to people's houses without being invited. But I just wanted to um, let you all know that everything's good here in Florida. Aliens haven't come or anything. Uh, but I'm starting on my third annual because this is the third year that I am making my hats for the homeless. And I thought I need to get started because my my goal each year is to have 150 hats made by, well, like last year my goal was to have them made by Thanksgiving, and but it was cold in October already, and so but I had reached my goal already, and and so they were delivered already by October, and so this year I want to make my goal still to be 150 hats, and I am saying instead of by Thanksgiving, I'm going to have them by Halloween, and although they don't need to be Halloween hats, and so I'm most of the hats I make with a on a loom, one of them circle looms. I do some of them that it's just the loom and you do it by hand, and some of them I do on the loom that you just wind and wind and wind. That goes fast. I can get a lot of hats made that way. And but every year my hats are accepted and they're just loved by so many. Now this year though, I've had a request to, or last year was the request, but my hats all go to a medical bus, that this medical bus treats homeless people. There's homeless communities in different areas, and this medical bus goes around to these homeless communities, are houseless, that's their home, is in these little communities in tents and whatnot. And so I guess I should call them houseless actually. And so, but they appreciated them so much. Even though we are in Florida, the Sunshine State, it gets cold down here. And the way the weather has been going lately, you never know what weather is going to be like. And so I'm starting my collection of hats now already and making hats. And so, so far I've got one made. So I got a few to go. And so this I'm working on a second one, and I'm working on a different pattern. What do they call this? I don't remember now, but it is so pretty. I love the way that it. I mean, I still have a long way to go on this one, but I tried a couple patterns where you start at the bottom and work to the top. I just have trouble with the decreasing to get to the top. So I have to make hats that start at the top and go to the bottom. Now this hat, I did follow somewhat of a pattern, but just like in my all my crafting, I just can't follow directions very well at all. And so this one is pretty much like the pattern, and I will list this pattern below if you all like the looks of that. I'll list who I'm learning this from. And I keep watching her, and she's amazing how she describes things. Even though I like, for one thing, I started crocheting when I was about 15, I think 14 or 15, and I started by making doilies because every time I would try to crochet something with yarn, it seemed like I was splitting the yarn, split the yarn, and I just had a problem with that. And so then I went to doilies, and because then it's just a thread, a small needle and a thread, and you could see exactly where to insert your, and there's no way of splitting the thread. And so I made a lot of doilies when I was younger. Really pretty one with the pineapples and everything, because it's like each row was explained, and I would make them exactly right too. But I have found that patterns these days have a lot more different stitches, a lot more different little abbreviations than they did have back when I first started. Because it was like last time, when years ago, it was just a single crochet, double, and a treble, half double. Something like that was all I had to know. And a chain, that's all I needed to know to follow a pattern. And now to follow a pattern, there's a lot more um, words to learn. And boy, sometimes they say it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Well, in my life, yeah, it is. Um, and so I kind of can look at a pattern. I can start reading a pattern and understand most of it and kind of get the basic idea of how. And like this one, I'm kind of going with my own, thing after I just, because this one's got singles, it's got like single crochets, double crochets, and trebles. And so, and then the post, and I have done that before, is that you're crocheting right along the post, and it almost makes it look like a cable stitch in knitting. And so, and I think that's pretty. And what's on this hat, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like this or not, but look at the inside. The inside of the hat, well, that thread will get hidden, but even the inside, it almost looks like a different stitch, and it almost looks like shingles on a roof, how they're overlapping. And I like that. So I think this hat will be able to be worn either way. So I'm going to continue working on that. I'm using this Red Heart Super Saver Stripes yarn, and this colorway, what do they call that colorway? Oh, preppy stripe. And then I have another one here that I'm going to use. I'll probably make the same kind of hat. And this is also the stripes, and they call this one parrot stripe. I like those colors too. Both of those are so real pretty. And so that's what I'm going to do with that. I started one with this, and I don't know what this, because this is a donated yarn and didn't have a label. And I started with this one, but this is a much finer yarn, maybe a 3-weight or something. And I started this one. Oh no, that was a different pattern that I was trying with this one. And then I was getting discouraged with this one, so I figured, okay, I'll just lay that one off to the side for a while and then work on this one here. And so, yeah, so I have like a lot of really fun ideas and to get these. Oh, but like I was saying though, the bus, the homeless bus not only goes, I shouldn't call it a homeless bus, it's a medical bus, and it's run by the county. And it's a friend of ours who is the scheduler. He's the bus driver. He does the scheduling, and he's like takes care of this. And so, but once a month they park at this one church that does a lot of help for the well, okay, the church provides meals, and they fix meals for those who, some people come to this facility to get a meal every day, and they don't have to be without homes. A lot of these come from their homes, and they go to get a meal, and from their house, and comes get a meal, and a hot, healthy meal, and then and these people are all, most of them are elderly, and a lot of them are just barely making it, financially, and they go to get a meal there. And but the one lady that is in charge of that, they also deliver meals, sort of like a Meals on Wheels, but it's not the Meals on Wheels program. It's just this group from this church that do this, and and so she was saying, "Oh my gosh, whenever." Well, I don't deliver them myself. My daughter delivers the hats, and she says they are just so beautiful. She goes, "I would love to have some here too at our facility to hand out to some who would meet them." And so this year, I want to be able to donate to the medical bus and to that facility that feeds the lower income, elderly, and those just who need a little bit of help. And so, and I think it would be nice for them to have hats also to pass out to the clients or their friends. They don't call them clients even; they just call them friends, and and that's what they are. They're friends. And so, um, I just want to say that I got this started, and last year I made my goal, but I had a few. I think I had three or four, maybe four people that sent hats to me made already, which helped me meet my goal. And this year, I don't know, I got these aching shoulders. Holy smokes. Last night I put so much Asper cream on my shoulders just to get comfortable enough to sleep a while. And it's just something that just comes with overuse, after 72 and a half years. And so, and so it's going to be harder for me to get to my goal this year, but that's why I'm starting already, because it'll give me plenty of time to get to my goal. But I do so many other things too, things I love. I love so many things. I love my scraps, and I love a lot of scrapping and sewing and just so many things I like to do. And I just started on another paper crafting journal that I want to work on. And I use each one, I just go sporadically, a little bit here and a little bit there. And so I continually change, because even my crocheting, I've got like two blankets going right now, and these two hats going right now. And I've got one on the loom, on the wind up loom. Oh, and that's another thing I'm doing right now is weaving. I'm loving my weaving. It's different fibers and fabrics and things in my weavings. And oh my gosh, those are fun too. And and then I'm setting up another table for the grandchildren in the living room. I figured, gosh, if there's floor space, then that's more room. So I had a folding another 6 foot table like this one that I use here as my desk. So I set that is up in the living room, and I'm putting things on there. Like one of the things I have there is one big jar that I have full of pony beads, and then I have shoelaces with pretty long amlet on each one. And so I put those shoelaces and those beads together, and that's going to be a place where, especially my granddaughter Aria, she'll be able to sit right there at that table, and then there's two chairs at that table, so she'll be able to. Hopefully, she enjoys her jewelry. She's just a girly girl. She's a girly girl. She likes all her jewelry and unicorns, everything. Of course, she does like unicorns. And so I've been working on that, and then I'm also expecting. Well, once school is out, then my two of my great grandchildren are going to be down for probably weeks when the school lets out. Well, the whole family's coming down, but the older ones, them adult supervision people called a mother and a father. Yeah, I'm not so concerned about them. They'll entertain themselves, but I entertain the children, which Ella Grace she's 5. Is she 5? She can't be that old. She's 5, and her brother Taylor, is he 10? 9 or 10? He might be 10. I don't know. I can't keep up with ages. But when they come, I want to have, especially on that table, ready that just everything is there because there's coloring books, crayons, paper, uh, colored pencils there. There's um, air dry clay there. There's the little molds they can make things, but I just keep a lot of things out for them. So I'm getting that table prepared too. So I move from one thing to another constantly, and so. But I do want to do. I want to get my hats. I want to get my hats. But what I'm here, see, this is sort of a. This is not a begging video, but it's sort of an asking video that because I had help last year and it was wonderful, and I didn't ask for people to send me hats. These are just 3 or 4 ladies, I think, at 3 ladies, maybe it was just 3, sent me hats. One lady sent me, I think, 6 hats. One lady sent me 2, and so these are different hats that I could put in my in the collection, and so I just want to say if there's anyone out there, if any of you feel that you want to make any hats, and I'm not asking you no, it doesn't have to be, it's just if you can and if you want to and if you just have some time and if you like to crochet or knit, you can knit any kind of just beanie hats, and then I would accept them, and I will put them in with my collection of hats, and maybe I will exceed my goal of 150 hats because doing 150 hats will be 75 for the bus and 75 for the feeding center, the meals place, and and this church that they're from. I'm not affiliated with the church at all, but they are a church that works like a church is supposed to work. They do so much for the community, and they do so much. I mean, they're a church that just does for the community and takes care of anybody that needs taken care of. And so I like to help them help other people, and so that's what I like to do. So I just wanted to say if there's excuse me, any of you that would want to donate a hat to to this to the to my cause, it's just one way that I can feel like I'm helping other people. I've been helped so much in 72 years. I've been helped so much because we have been had our ups and downs, and we've had times that we really struggled, and now we make it from month to month. We're just fine with our what we have. We don't need anything, and so, but we have been helped over the years. We have my kids kind of grew up with hand me down clothes and that kind of thing, and and now I want to be able to give back just a little bit, just, and I know I can't do much, but every little bit that I can do, it makes me feel good. It feels like I'm giving back, and that's, and so then and I know a lot of you, maybe you don't crochet or knit or whatever, and who knows, maybe even know how to sew a hat. I don't know, and but yeah, there's some hats that I even seen that have are made out of the that soft plushy fabric fleece, and they've made hats out of fleece. I've seen some of them just made out of fleece, and then they've kind of gathered together at the top, and they have this little tassel. I might do some of them too because I think I've got some fleece that I could use to make a hat. I might try that too, and a lot of my hats that I make are just my own pattern. I just start crocheting and get a circle, and one of the things, oh, I started saying following patterns from long ago, and then was so much easier, I think, than what I find now. Like a lot of people now start the center here with what they call a magic circle. I have watched so many people do a magic circle, and I cannot do it. Because a magic circle, you just get it going in the middle, and then you just pull that first string to tied, get it tight. Now this one's not a magic circle. This one I just crocheted a chain and because that's all I've ever done to make a center is just to crochet a chain and then connect that chain and you've got a circle to start with. Well, now they have a magic circle that somehow you make it and then you just pull the thread and it'll pull it real tight. And I've seen people explain that more than one way. You think I can get it? No, I can't. But my way, I can still, it's still tight enough. And then if I want it tighter up there, I can always put a thread through there with a needle and pull it tighter. I can get that hole tightened up on there. But I can't do that. I mean, I just cannot get that magic loop or magic circle, whatever they call it. But I'm loving this one. I think this is going to be real pretty. And then once I get down as far as I want to go down on the hat, then I'm going to put some kind of a brim on there, but I don't know what it'll be because I'll just figure it out when I get there. I'll just figure it out when I get there. But that's just, I just wanted to just say, I'll keep you posted as to how many hats I've made and where my goal is at. And I love it. It's just fun. It's just fun. And I, and, nobody ever knows who made the hats or nothing. And that, I don't find that to be important. And, but just knowing that they all get passed out, that they all get passed out to different people here and there. And, just it's just a good feeling when you can do something to help others. Just a good feeling. And I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I don't want that at all. It's just something. But anyway, if you all want to make a hat and donate it, my address is always right there underneath. Um, Underneath in the description box always has my mailing address, and and I'm going to put in the description box. Always you have to click show more to see everything that's in there. And but I keep putting little things um, in the descriptions. But I'll put the link to the video where I'm learning this hat, sort of learning a hat sort of like this, sort of. And so I'll put that there because it's fun. It's fun and it's a simple pattern. I don't think I have it exactly right, but it's a pattern that if you miss a stitch here or there or add a stitch here, it doesn't really show. It doesn't mess it up any. So yeah, okay. I've run my mouth long enough. Now I'm gonna read you a story. Um, Keepsakes from the Salutations collection. Oh, and this book was sent to me. Now I have 3 of these books from the Salutations collection. This was sent to me by an anonymous, and that's what it just said. Hope you can use this book. We love you. I think that's what it said, and in this book. And but it didn't say even where it was from, although the postmark said it was somewhere in Colorado. Are you from Colorado? If you're watching this and you sent me this book, if you who sent me this book is watching, thank you so much. I love it. Okay, the pages are always so pretty. So I just opened to this one. It says Our House. It was a safe and restful. Gotta get the glasses. Gotta get the spectacles. Spectacles. You see so much better with spectacles. Oh, yeah, see? Clears things right up. It was a safe and restful place. No lock secured the door. Rocking chairs and bits of lace were part of the decor. That's my house. The kitchen was a favorite spot, cheerful, plain, and neat. An iron coal stove kept it hot and cooked good things to eat. In winter there were feather beds to keep us snug and warm, and when the heat of summer came, nature's foliage kept us cool. Old-fashioned yet so wonderful are those remembered days when godliness and simplicity helped guide us in our ways. Oh, I like that. And that's Elsie Natalie Brady who wrote that. That's beautiful. And thank you if you are watching and you sent me this book. I appreciate it. Let me see, is there dates that these are written? This one was 87. So this one's been around a while. But it's nice. It's very nice. Thank you. Okay, thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. And thanks for your consideration on my helping me reach my goal. And I mean, I don't expect it really, but if you know, if I do get some hats that helps me reach my goal, then that's all the more better, because who knows, my goal may go from 150 and exceed it to 200. You never know. Okay, I ask God to watch over each and every one of you, every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe, keep you happy, keep you humble, keep you healthy, and I will see you on the next video. God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless. And there's my mouse.